Hey guys, so I'm here in Walmart, hiding over by the hoses to do a little intro. I'm about to head into the skincare section. So you guys seem to enjoy these videos when I go in the skincare section and talk about stuff. They have some new things here, so let's go see what they have. Alright, so as far as simple, I don't find micellar waters to be particularly useful at all. Theirs is okay if you're in a pinch, like traveling and you need to take your makeup off. Their facial gel wash cleanser, however, is really good, and I recommend it. It doesn't have any fragrance in it. It's very gentle. It's just a little pricey, okay? It doesn't last a long time. You go through it pretty quickly, but it's good for all skin types, and it's also rosacea friendly. The hydrating gel cream and the skin quench sleeping cream, they're nice little extras. They're sort of like the Neutrogena Hydra Boost. They are fragrance free. They're not as intense of a humectant as the Hada Labo Super Plumping Gel Cream, but they work well underneath a moisturizer, and in this case I would select their Rich Replenishing Moisture moisturizer. This is a pretty good one. I'm a fan of the Simple line. Their cleansing wipes, people like them. I'm not a fan of cleansing wipes whatsoever. They leave behind a residue. I say skip the wipes. But, you know, this is coming from a non-makeup wearer, so. But this alone takes off waterproof mascara for me and several layers of water-resistant sunscreen. Alright, Olay has thousands of products, all in different, like, colored boxes to target different demographics, but I'm not impressed with the vast majority of them, simply because they either have inadequate SPF at 15 or fragrance, which is not helpful. And you know, the nighttime firming cream, whatever, like that's gonna work. This is my favorite Olay product right here. It's the SPF 30 with vitamin E and aloe, broad spectrum SPF 30, sensitive. This is their fragrance-free one, and it's a combination sunscreen, so it's really good for people with darker skin types. It doesn't leave a cast. It blends into the skin really well. It also has niacinamide, which can have a brightening effect, and is also helpful for redness, and it also has green tea extract in it, which can be helpful for pores. So this is a great drugstore sunscreen, SPF 30, broad spectrum. It's a good one. The rest of them are pretty weak. Like these are not combination sunscreens. These are mostly chemical sunscreens, I believe, whereas this one has zinc in it. These just all have avobenzone exclusively for your UVA coverage, and they all have fragrance. So if you're gonna do Olay or its Equate dupe, which is likewise fine, choose the SPF 30 one for sensitive skin. It offers a lot and is affordable. That's the Olay product I recommend. I'm not a fan of their cleansers, really. I don't find they're that great, and I think they're a little on the pricey side. Like, take this $25 thing they have in a special cage here, brightening and protecting lotion. This offers some of the same helpful ingredients, the green tea and the niacinamide, as the sensitive skin one. Not as good of a sunscreen, in my opinion. It's just a chemical sunscreen, and it's got fragrance in it, and it's a lot more expensive. So skip the one in the cage and go for this one. Outside of sunscreen, which protects against the damaging effects of ultraviolet radiation that ultimately age your skin, the other anti-aging thing that I recommend is a retinoid. These are my top two drugstore Retinoid Retinols that I recommend. I recommend Differin Gel because it's actually a retinoid in its active state. It's pretty affordable, 1.6 ounces or a 45-gram tube. Will last a long time and is $12.48, I believe, around 13 bucks. And the other one that I like and have seen really positive effects, people using it really like it and report that they see benefit, my mother included, she's tried it in the past, is the Anti-Wrinkle Deep Wrinkle Night Moisturizer with Retinol SA by Neutrogena. This one is fragrance free, and it has a little bit of licorice root extract in it as well, which can impart a brightening effect. It's in a shea butter moisturizing vehicle. It's really nice. I like both of these. They're affordable. You know, CeraVe has their whole purple line of retinol stuff, and it just hasn't been around long enough for me to have some familiarity with how efficacious it is. And they have it in several different vehicles. So, you know, they have one in a heavy cream, which is actually quite a nice cream. And then they have one in a serum, which is really just a more lightweight lotion. And then they also have one in an oil. And so I haven't just seen, it hasn't been around long enough for me to really be that confident in it. I'm very confident in Differin. This can be helpful for dark spots, hyperpigmentation, and it's a retinoid in its active state. So, you know, you don't have to rely on your skin cell biology to get it to that place. But an alternative that's also affordable that I like is the Neutrogena Anti-Wrinkle Deep Wrinkle Night Moisturizer. They also have a rapid wrinkle repair one that is not as good because they elected to put fragrance in it. Neutrogena is really sneaky like that, and they'll sneak fragrance into things, but this one does not have fragrance in it, and I recommend it. It's a good one. If you were spending, I don't know, $40 a week, bi-weekly, whatever, on pedicures, stop doing that. I'm about to share something with you, if you haven't already picked it up from some of my other videos, that will save you a lot of money, and you will thank me. So, over here in the smelly feet section, head on over and get yourself some Carousel Intensive Foot Repair. This is an ointment that is fantastic for dissolving that unsightly stuff, because nobody wants to look like something out of the Never-Ending Story, right? Atreyu! Alright, this will get rid of that. What you do is you slather this, a little bit of this goes a long way, just a tiny bit on the heels, the toes, around the toenails too. It can really brighten up your toenails, make them look nice. Cover with socks, this is at nighttime, and sleep that way. You will be quite happy. Just make sure that you wash your hands after you apply it, and that way you don't transfer it to your face, because it can be very irritating. But this will change, this will revolutionize the appearance of your feet. For those of you who like to put on toenail polish, your toenail polish will start going on a lot easier. You'll have a much easier time putting the nail polish on. And if you have foot fungus, using this and getting it up under the nail can help some of your foot fungus medications work a little bit better and get to that funky nail. Toenail fungus is really hard to get rid of, particularly if it involves greater than 50% of the nail. It can be almost impossible to get rid of, even with oral medications, namely Lamisil, terbinafine. But avoiding the pedicure palaces, regardless of how clean and expensive they are, and using something like that, it can be helpful. People frequently ask me about this O'Keeffe's for healthy feet, but I am not as impressed. And what's this Johnson's foot soak? Borax, iodine, boron. This looks like an ancient remedy, like swallowing a tapeworm for weight loss. Women's #1 recommended foot soap. What exactly is this? Sodium bicarb. It's just a little baking soda and iodine. I don't know that that's gonna do much. This is another favorite if you are on your feet all day, men and women. You have sweaty feet or hot socks, or you run. This is Zeosorb AF. AF. I don't think that's what they intended when they came up with the title, to put AF next to it and have people think AF. But anyways, this has a little bit of miconazole nitrate, which is an antifungal. This is great. It reduces fungal burden, basically. It keeps the feet dry, because fungus really thrives in a humid environment, and it can really help with absorbing some of that sweat, and helps with odor. I like this one. This is probably this is my favorite foot powder. It's much better than Gold Bond. And that baby foot peel thing they're always trying to sell you, that's kind of an intense salicylic acid peel. I wouldn't waste time on that. Just do the foot ointment. It's much better and much more effective. And once you get your feet to the desired level of pretty, you can kind of back off on it. It's very helpful. Alright, I'm over here in the men's section, and men and women will enjoy these products. I am really a fan of them. They're they're fairly new to me, but I enjoy them. First up is this is the Everyman Jack Shave Cream. It is a moisturizing shave cream. It is fragrance-free, cruelty-free, and very gentle. This is wonderful for shaving the beard area. A lot of you ladies shave your face as well. I recommend this. It's a great one. Everyman Jack Shave Cream. Cruelty-free, by the way. They also have a post-shave lotion that is very nice. This is kind of like the consistency of the CeraVe Renewing Night Cream, that Shea butter-based moisturizer. Also the Cerumetics moisturizer that I reviewed for you all, the cruelty-free vegan one. This is shea butter, and it also has a little bit of sunflower seed oil. This is a nice one, and very, very good for dry skin. Men and women, I mean, the packaging is all to demographics, but ingredient-wise, you can probably see that they are pretty similar. But the Everyman Jack stuff is really affordable. The shave cream is $5.97, and the face lotion is $5.97. They also have this volcanic clay face wash that is likewise fragrance free, but this has panthenol in it. This is a great face wash for just about everybody. The volcanic ash thing is a little gimmicky, but otherwise it is wonderful. It has glycerin, it's moisturizing. These are great products. And then the Everyday Jack facial wipes are also not bad at all. They're kind of like the Neutrogena has some salicylic acid face wipes for people with oily, shiny skin, and the Everyman Jack ones I think are better. They are fragrance-free. They have niacinamide, which can be helpful for redness, and they also have witch hazel, which can be soothing. And what was the other? They do have a little bit of charcoal powder, which can just absorb oil. I mean, it's not like a super active ingredient, but it can just kind of wick up some excess oil. If you're somebody with really shiny skin, I recommend these if you want to just kind of wipe off the excess grease and grime and dirt throughout the day, particularly before applying sunscreen. A lot of you guys ask me about like what's a good face wipe to use. I like these. You know, they don't have problematic ingredients in them. They're very good, and $4.97, not too bad of a price. Oh look, Everyman Jack also has an oil defense sheet mask as well, cruelty free. This one has goji fruit in it, so you know, fruit extracts can sometimes be more fragrancy without being, you know, overtly labeled as fragrance. But otherwise, this is a good one, and I wonder, I should try doing this. Yeah, I'm a fan of this Everyman Jack line quite a bit. This one, that mask is $2.97. What does it have in it that would actually be helpful for oiliness? Not much. These kind of sheet masks, they're not really gonna do anything. They're more for fun, like, you know, for relaxing purposes. That's really what they do at the end of the day. And if you're not careful, they can cause problems. But that one's pretty low risk if you enjoy doing them. This is one product though from the Everyman Jack line that I'm not a fan of, is their beard oil. This has fragrance in it, so skip that one. I mean, I don't know much about beard oils. Is that just, that's more for grooming? That's kind of like a hair product, right? Okay, I can't really comment on that. I don't groom my beard. Really disappointed in Neutrogena's line for men. I don't recommend any of the men's stuff from Neutrogena. And a lot of it's a cheap shot. It all has fragrance in it, that's why I don't recommend it. This would be the one that I would recommend. This is wonderful lathered in the beard area prior to shaving if you get ingrown hairs, and it's also great for acne prone areas. It's a 2% salicylic acid face wash. But guess what? This is the same face wash that they sell on the pump for, you know, a much more affordable price. They're just putting their same product in different bottles with different labels on it. So don't fall for that. I mean, I swear. Like the age-fighting moisturizer with SPF 15, that's not a good enough sunscreen for men. And the retinol in this is probably going to degrade with sun exposure and requires your your body to take it to another state. Men have larger sebaceous glands than women as well, larger oil glands. So this Triple Protect face lotion with sunscreen SPF 20 likewise is a weak chemical sunscreen with fragrance in it. But they put green tea in these, which can be helpful for pores. Those of you men out there who are bothered by pores, it can help you too. Bulldog is not as good as Everyman Jack. It is a UK brand, not as good because it has fragrance in it, but it is vegetarian approved, which I'm assuming is vegan. Vegetarian Society approved. I know vegetarian and vegan aren't always synonymous, but I don't know. Skincare, are they sort of synonymous? Who knows? Comment below. But these are cruelty free. They're made in the UK, so those of you in the UK, I know you, I think you've asked me to review these before. They're actually pretty good aside from the fragrance. They do have green tea in them, so that can be helpful for pores. The shave gel has menthol in it, not good for sensitive skin, rosacea prone skin. If you're a guy with rosacea, don't use this. It's got the menthol in it, and that will cause vasodilation, make your redness worse, and can trigger some of those bumpies. Let's put that back carefully. What's with the beard balms? Is there like a hot market for putting balm in your beard? Oh my god. Balmy beard. I'm in the over-the-counter skin brighteners and bleaching creams. I know for many of you, you don't have access to hydroquinone. Palmer's Skin Success Anti-Dark Spot Complexion Bar is a hydroquinone-free bar soap that you can lather into the affected areas, like say dark areas of hyperpigmentation on your face or on your body, like your knees, for example. A lot of you ask me about the knees or under the armpits. This can be helpful in those areas. You lather it on, you let it sit on the skin for a little while, and rinse it off. Suffers from the limitation of having fragrance, but otherwise has great brightening ingredients in it. It has licorice root, it has soybean. However, can be very drying. It is not vegan because it is sodium tallowate, which is a detergent that can be very, very drying. So if you're using this on the body, be sure, and after you rinse it off, use a good moisturizer. They have this, so yeah, I like this one, and also you may wonder, is this a drugstore dupe for the PCA Skin Pigment Bar, which I'm currently using and trying out and enjoying, by the way? No, because the Skin Pigment Bar by PCA, which is expensive, has kojic acid in it. Kojic acid is a copper chelator that imparts a brightening effect. This does not have it in there, but this has licorice and soy, and those can both be brightening. Their Fade Milk has 2% hydroquinone in it, as well as a little bit of a UVB blocker, Pomade. It does have fragrance in it, but this can be helpful for dark areas on the body, like under the arms or around the knees or the elbows. Don't scrub those areas. That'll make the darkness worse. If you go scrubbing, trying to clean it, that'll make the hyperpigmentation worse. But this can be helpful. Just know it's got the limitation of the fragrance in it. Likewise, they've got a dark spot corrector fade serum that has 2% hydroquinone in it. You guys in Europe can't get this, but this one has kojic acid in it as well. This is a great, albeit fragrance containing, but this is a great dark spot corrector. One good way to use this is, like, if you're somebody who gets a pimple and it heals with a dark mark, once the pimple appears, to start using this for a few weeks will help reduce the chances that it heals with a dark mark. Alright, so that is one helpful way to use something like this. Natty Nola is another hydroquinone cream that's pretty good, albeit fragrance containing. This is Platinum Skin Beautifying Milk. Let's check that out. This is a 2% hydroquinone. This could also be used as a body lotion. Yeah, it's got fragrance. Hydroquinone smells terrible, so they all put fragrance in these. Shea makes a 2% hydroquinone gel, however, that is fragrance-free, but expensive, so there's that. I get asked about black soap all the time. I have people tell me the wonders of black soap, and I've looked in the medical literature extensively, and yeah, there are a lot of reports of patient satisfaction with black soap. We don't know how it works or what it's helpful for, but it doesn't appear to be harmful. So if you're using it and like it, the thumbs up, but I can't explain it. I can't explain the magic of the black soap. Something, the mystery. Wasn't that Jewel? It's kind of like the mystery of black soap. Raw Shea Butter, Shea Balm. This is actually also a pretty good body moisturizer as well. You can get the like straight up African Shea Butter by OK here for $4.97. This is wonderful as a body moisturizer. Don't eat it. It says warning for external use only. I have to say, I can imagine spreading that on a baguette. Kind of looks like I imagine Vegemite to look. I've never had Vegemite, but that's what I was thinking. Palmer's has a cocoa butter cleansing bar here. This is likewise going to be really drying because it has sodium tallowate. If you're at all curious about finding a good soap, like about soaps and detergents, check out my cleanser ingredient video. I go over detergents and which ones are gentle and which ones are incredibly drying, but this is going to be really drying. Alright, do any of you use a hair pomade? This one looks very very retro. 1926 Murray's Pomade. There's something called pomade acne you should be aware of. People wearing hair pomade specifically in their hair can develop a little bit of acne on the forehead because these hair pomades, these actually can be very pore clogging. So if you are somebody using one of these, be aware that sometimes your acne may flare as a result of it, like your hair touching your face, specifically pomades. OMG, this is quite frightening. What is this? Brought to you by howtoterrifyyourinfant.com. Whew. This looks like a cuddly hybrid between, I don't know, Chucky and Charlie Manson. Good God. I would not put that in the crib with my child. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna head on out. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye!